Dating is so weird nowadays. Do you want to meet this complete stranger today, alone? Sure, why not? I've always wanted to know what it felt like to be drugged. I should probably just write this goodbye note to all my friends and family. It's one person, so I probably didn't need to say friends and family. So the modern dating world is a bit of a conundrum, and how you navigate that just says probably more about you as a person than anything else. As a kid, I envisioned going to the local pop shop and sharing a malt with my favorite gal pal. I read a lot of Archie comic books growing up, so I literally thought that that's what dating was. And as a kid, I didn't quite understand the undercurrent of racism and sexism in Riverdale, but that's a conversation for another time. So I'd like to be a little bit vulnerable with you here right now. The number of significant others I've had in my entire life is 2. The first was in university, and we met because of some mutual friends, and the first couple of weeks were really great, and I was really excited, and I got super nervous and really self-doubty about myself, and I ended things because I wasn't ready. Yes, I pulled that line because I was an immature 19-year-old. The second was just earlier this year, and things ended after just a few weeks when they broke up with me. I really just want to make sure that it doesn't sound like I'm trying to lay blame on either party. I'm not. They're absolutely free to go and find the person that they want to find, and I am free to sit here and still be a bundle of nerves and immature. So if you're doing the math, then you're right. I did not date at all during my 20s. There was one time when I asked a coworker out, and they said yes, and then 20 minutes later they said no, and then they quit that job and we never spoke again. So my psyche really handled that well. The decade in which you're supposed to be dating and discovering who you are didn't happen for me, and so I have this kind of arrested development in myself where I'm trying to be a 20-year-old, but now in my 30s. And it doesn't really work as well as you would hope. So I've been thrust into this online dating world and using apps like Tinder, which I really think should be renamed to something more appropriate, like I'm going to ignore all your messages and make you slowly go insane. Because that's my experience. The best part of online dating is also kind of the worst part of online dating, which is because you're not in the same physical space, you don't have to respond to them. If you were actually in the same room acting like you did on online dating sites and on Tinder, it would be super awkward. Hey, how's it going? Got a tweet I have to respond to first. You can be completely ghosted. Like a conversation can just stop because they just will never respond back to you ever again. Or they just never engage in conversation in the first place. They're just this tiny picture that you can make up backstories to and elaborate situations about what their interests include. But at the end of the day, they're just living their own life, and you're forced to kind of be still in yours. Now, you've seen the title of this video, and I am a bisexual man, and I have normally just dated women, because there is a little bit of internalized homophobia, and I'm not really sure how my parents would react if I brought a guy home for Thanksgiving. But I feel it's time to fully embrace who I truly am. I lived for over a decade trying to be something that I'm not, and that didn't really work out all that well. So it's, I think, time to try something different. Thanks for watching. My name is Kyle. I make videos every Thursday. I also every week co-host a podcast called Whatever This Is. A link to that and all my social media is down in the description below. What was the best date that you ever went on? Let me know down in the comments below, a place where you can list your likes and dislikes and will very rarely be asked to swipe left.